In the vibrant heart of the 1970s, a decade renowned for its dynamic cultural shifts and pivotal historical moments, the city of Amsterdam became the setting for a gripping crime story. This tale, entwined with the tragic fate of a young girl, not only etched a permanent scar on the city's memory but also became a seminal chapter in Dutch criminal lore. This era, characterized by the rise of disco, political unrest, and the seeds of social revolution, found Amsterdam at the epicenter of transformation. Yet beneath its picturesque facade of bustling streets and serene canals, the city was a cauldron of simmering tensions. As the 1970s unfurled, Amsterdam stood as a beacon of change, its essence captured by the vibrancy of liberation movements and the stirring melodies of protest songs. However, this very period of cultural renaissance and historical significance was marred by shadowy narratives. Among these was the poignant story of a young girl whose fate became interwoven with the broader tapestry of Amsterdam's rich history and its somber underbelly. The narrative takes a somber turn on an unremarkable day in August 1974, when the serene Amsterdam Zuid neighborhood was jolted by the disappearance of 10-year-old Heleentje van Isaac. This heart-wrenching event unfolded against a complex backdrop of international and local upheavals. The reverberations of the Watergate scandal, ABBA's euphoric Eurovision victory, and a nationwide crackdown on drunk driving. Amidst these turbulent societal changes, the stark contrast between the innocence of childhood and the harrowing reality of Heleentje's disappearance became glaringly evident in the quiet environs near Beatrix Park. On that ill-fated August day, the sunlight bathed Amsterdam Zuid in a deceptive calm as the community went about its daily life, oblivious to the impending tragedy. Beatrix Park, typically a sanctuary of joy and laughter, was soon to be etched in the collective memory as a scene of loss, mirroring the era's overarching narrative of peace disrupted by sudden change. This day, which began like any other, would forever alter the fabric of the community, casting a long shadow over the innocence and safety once taken for granted. The disappearance of Heleentje van Isaac not only underscored the societal shifts of the time, but also served as a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities inherent in even the most idyllic settings. Through the lens of this tragic case, the complexities and contrasts of the 1970s in Amsterdam are poignantly highlighted, weaving a tale of innocence lost amidst the throes of a society in flux. As the investigation into Heleentje van Isac's disappearance unfolded, it swiftly uncovered a harrowing connection to a crime that had shaken Amsterdam 3 years earlier: the murder of Basje Bloemena, a young boy tragically robbed of his life under eerily similar circumstances. Both children were deceitfully enticed away, their untimely deaths orchestrated by the same ruthless individual. Gerard Spruit, a peddler infamous for his delivery bike adorned with Donald Duck motifs, was identified as the malevolent force behind these atrocious crimes. The parallel discovery regarding Heleentje's case brought the unresolved tragedy of Basje Bloemena back into the spotlight, casting a somber shadow over the investigation. This disturbing resemblance between the two cases revealed a sinister pattern of behavior that had been lurking undetected within the city's boundaries. It served as a somber testament to the fragility of innocence, highlighting the presence of malevolence even in times of societal advancement and uncertainty. The establishment of a link between the disappearance of Heleentje and the murder of Basje Bloemena instilled a profound sense of dread throughout Amsterdam. Gerard Spruit's descent into infamy serves as a harrowing narrative, illuminating the profound consequences of societal neglect and personal anguish. Born amidst the chaos of the post-war era, a time characterized by economic hardship and societal disarray, Spruit's early life was steeped in adversity. This period, tasked with rebuilding and redefining a fractured society, inadvertently set the stage for his tragic trajectory. The lack of support for those on the margins, coupled with the scars of neglect, fostered an environment ripe for his eventual downfall. Spruit's life story unfurls as a stark cautionary tale, highlighting the cyclical nature of abuse and the dire need for intervention in the lives of troubled youth. His transformation from a victim of neglect to a perpetrator of heinous crimes underscores the dark undercurrents of a society in flux. The impact of his actions extended far beyond his immediate victims, leaving 2 families bereft and casting a long shadow over the community. The eventual capture and conviction of Spruit brought little solace, as the complexities surrounding justice, mental health, and rehabilitation came to the forefront. The debate over societal failures that contributed to the making of a monster remains unresolved, prompting a critical examination of the intertwining factors that fuel such a tragic descent. Gerard Spruit's story is a somber reminder of the importance of addressing the root causes of criminal behavior and the intricate relationship between individual actions and broader societal conditions. The trial of Gerard Spruit emerged as a watershed event in the annals of Dutch legal proceedings, occurring against the backdrop of the Netherlands' deep engagement with complex issues surrounding justice, rehabilitation, and mental health within the framework of the state. As Spruit was held accountable for his crimes, the trial catalyzed a nationwide reflection on the capacity and resilience of the criminal justice system to adequately respond to such egregious offenses amid evolving social norms and shifting perspectives on punishment and rehabilitation. The revelation of Gerard Spruit's crimes marked the beginning of an irreversible transformation for his family. The semblance of normalcy that his son Paul yearned for became an elusive shadow as the family struggled to navigate the aftermath of such profound betrayal. In a desperate bid for stability, Paul's mother reintroduced her ex-husband into their lives, only to unearth a new kind of turmoil. The man who was supposed to be a pillar of support revealed himself as an alcoholic with a violent streak, subjecting Paul's mother to repeated abuse, a nightmare that Paul was forced to witness for 5 agonizing years. The cycle of violence reached its zenith one fateful day, as Paul found his mother bloodied and beaten. Driven to the brink, he decided to confront the man responsible, a confrontation that would end in tragedy. Paul recounts the chilling encounter. "I found him in the bar he frequented. He got up, said he was heading home, and we walked together. But halfway, he suddenly stopped, approached me, and threatened to kill my mother and then me upon his return." I remember little of what followed. The aftermath revealed a grim reality. Paul had fatally stabbed his stepfather 38 times in a moment of desperation, in a bid to take responsibility for his actions. He disposed of the body and turned himself into the police, marking the beginning of his descent into a criminal melancholy. This in-depth examination of the tragic cases of Heleentje van Isaac and Basje Bloemena, placed within the transformative context of the 1970s and extending into the present, delves into the abyss of human conduct and the persistent search for justice and comprehension. It acts as a stark reminder of innocence's vulnerability and the far-reaching effects of criminal acts, impacting not just the direct victims, but also the societal weave at large. The narratives of Heleentje van Isaac and Basje Bloemena, interlaced with the dynamic changes of the 1970s, offer a poignant meditation on human nature's complexities and the societal fabric. They underscore the continuous endeavor towards justice and understanding, highlighting the need to strike a careful equilibrium between societal advancement and the safeguarding of innocence. Rooted deeply in Amsterdam's essence, these stories prompt a reflection on the multifaceted nature of crime and its repercussions, urging a consideration of themes such as punishment, redemption, and the lasting influence of such profound tragedies on both individuals and the broader community. If this journey through the heart of Amsterdam's past has captured your interest, I invite you to join our community of curious minds. Hit the like button if you've been moved by today's story, and subscribe to ensure you never miss out on our explorations into the mysteries and tales that history has to tell. Together, let's keep seeking the stories that challenge, inspire, and transform. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep the quest for understanding alive.